Greetings, beautiful souls. Greetings. This message is powered by neuromelanin, in the words of the late, great Dick Gregory. When the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses, there are rules that go with them. First, you can never take the glasses off. Second, you don't see things as you want them to be. You see things as they are. And third, you cannot force anybody else to put those glasses on. So it's nice to be back with you guys, and I hope you all are having a fantabulous day. But I wanted to come back on and kind of do a follow-up on the last message that I talked about, because I kind of left it open-ended and it just didn't settle too well with me, because I ended up going a little bit down the rabbit hole. And you know, once you go down that rabbit hole, you start uncovering a whole bunch of stuff that you didn't know was there. And so I thought that I was doing something when I turned vegan, and I cut out, the chicken, the beef, the meats, the steaks, the seafood, the dairy, all of that. And that's where I stopped. Little did I know that I needed to go a little further, because all of the other things that I was still using was being just as attacked as, the meats. So I had to do an overhaul of my cabinets just to see what was still in there, because I told you guys what to avoid as far as what I found out about the soaps. I was like, oh my gosh. It was the soaps, the soy, the fructose, sucralose, but it was one thing that I couldn't remember, and that was the oils. The vegetable oil, sunflower, canola, that thing. So I did want to come back on just to make sure that, I put a bow around that. But also to tell you about an app that I have been using actually for a couple of years that has really, really helped me, and it's called Bobby Approved. So it's a free app. Download it on your mobile phone, and I use it wherever I go. If I'm in the grocery store, if I'm in Walmart, wherever I am, I always use it. And the good thing about it is, when you are thinking about buying a particular item and you scan that QR code, it will tell you whether it's been approved by Bobby or not, because he does research on just about everything that's out there. But you will find some products that will tell you that, they're still trying to figure out what's in different things. But it'll tell you what not to buy or what's in a particular product, and it will tell you what it is and why you need to stay away from it. But the good thing about the app that I like is it will tell you what to buy instead, a cleaner version. And I don't care, it will, for the smallest thing, it will say no. If it's not organic or if it's not grown in a certain way, they will definitely tell you. So I really do like that about that app. And so with the oils, all of those sunflowers, he also told me that, or the app told me that instead of using those oils, what to use, which is extra virgin olive oil and avocado oil or butter. So, if you are still using those other things, just phase them out. I'm not telling y'all to throw y'all stuff out, but after after it's done, or you're finished, or you used it all, just start transitioning other stuff into, your diet. Don't use soy of any kind, because that soy attacks our pineal gland, and I think we talked about that the last time, because that's what they want to do. They want our pineal gland not to function. So and also they put a lot of that stuff in your baby food or in your, so if you look at all of the products that you're buying, you will almost always see some kind of soy in there. And so avoid that at all costs. This Castile soap is a good replacement for the other soaps that you use that we talked about, the last time. And I just wanted to show you because I got online and I ordered some. Is it by Alafia, and it is African authentic black soap. Authentic African black soap. And this is a multi-purpose soap that you can wash your body, your hands, you wash your dishes or whatever. So I bought this, and then this is Castile soap. It's called Magic Soap, and all of this, it only got like maybe 2 different ingredients in it. And so, if you see something that have a whole list of stuff and half of it you can't pronounce, it's just poison in it. So the only other thing that's in here is peppermint. So, but you shouldn't wash your body with peppermint because peppermint don't need to get in certain parts of your body. All right. Also, when I did an overhaul of my seasonings, oh my goodness, that was the thing that really, really bothered me because, of course, I'm not eating meat, and everything else that I eat, I want it to taste good. My vegetables are highly seasoned. And when I found out that even the seasonings was messed up, I was like, oh man. So now I gotta go, I went in my cabinets, looked and see, what in there that I needed to get rid of. And, to my surprise, it wasn't so bad. I only found this that I needed to get off because I'm not trying to out none of them, not trying to mention no particular brands, but this is the only thing that I saw that I had in there that I needed to get rid of. And so not only that, so what I did too was I went to an organic store and I bought some paprika. I bought some organic onion powder, garlic powder, Celtic salt, and I just mix it together and make your own seasonal. And so that was a good fix for that. But as I went down the rabbit hole a little more, I found that the toilet paper has been tampered with, and they didn't just start doing that. It's been like that for years. But so it's actually, contaminated with all kinds of stuff. And that is a very, very delicate part of all of our bodies. And if you find that, you're getting urinary tract infections all the time, you go and get it taken care of and you get on antibiotics and get rid of it, and then it comes right back again. A lot of times it could be, the toilet paper that we're using. Y'all know that every time, sometimes when we're taking medication, they'll tell us to put it under our tongue because there's glands under there, and you absorb things under your tongue when you're putting it under there or under your armpits. Just like down there, those are really soft, delicate tissues that absorb things very, very quickly, very easily, and they know that, and they have tampered with the toilet paper that we're using. So again, I went and did some research and found this product, and it's called Bim Bam Boo. It ain't nothing in there. It's just straight, toilet paper. And it hasn't been bleached and all of this stuff. It doesn't have any added crap in there. And y'all know the deal. When you eat better or you buy better products, it's going to be a little bit more expensive because they're going to make sure that cheap stuff that's poisoning us is going to be affordable and readily available for us. So we do have to pay a little bit more, for a better product, but we just have to take care of this the best that we can. So I didn't, again, I just wanted to kind of put a bow on it and not leave it open-ended. And I just felt like once I went down that rabbit hole and started finding other things, I might as well just give it all to you. I didn't want to just stop there. And I'm sure that it's probably some other things, but at least this will get us started, because for real, if they can make it, we can make it. And those soaps and all of that stuff, I just needed something in the meantime to use, but I'm going to get those products and just start making my stuff myself. Just like, I talked about the last time. You can plant your own food, grow your food. We can make these soaps and all of this other stuff too. So, I mean, we don't have to keep buying that crap. We can just buy our own stuff and just make it. And so I just wanted to just bring it home with that, you guys. Don't forget to download that app, Bobby Approved, because that is very, very helpful, because he will suggest a better product and he will tell you why. He will list all the products in there that we should not put in our bodies, and then he will suggest a better alternative. Okay, guys, so that's all I needed to let you know. So I hope this helps everyone. Thank you for dropping in, and I'll see you later. Bye.